Okay, question 10.2. Figure 5 shows a logic circuit that contains an error. So this logic circuit contains an error. We've got an XOR gate, hence the little the curve, and then we've got an OR gate without the curve. So we need to recognise the gates before we go on. The truth table for the correct logic circuit is here. And then down here we've got some multiple choice where we've got to decide which one is correct that would match the logic, the truth table. So let's move up. Okay, so we've got A and B as our inputs here, which is quite nice because both A and B go into the XOR and the OR. So let's check to see which one is incorrect first. So A and B, I'm going to go into my XOR gate first. I've got 0, 0, which at S, which is my output for my XOR gate, I've got 0, which is correct. A and B, 0, 1, I've got a 1, that's correct, because exclusively OR just produces 1s for when it's either or turned on. And I've got 1, 0, which is 1. And I've got 1, 1. Exclusively OR produces a 0 when you have two inputs that are on. So this is correct. So that one's right. So it must be swapping out this Y labelled up OR gate somehow. And let's check to see which logic gate we need to swap it for. So let's go 0, 0. We've got a 0. What we need to do here is recognise our truth tables. 0, 1 is a 0. So just from doing this, I'm recognising, just looking down this column, that because we've only got 1 and 1 and A and B turned on, where you get an output of 1, it's going to be an AND gate. So we have a look at the options down here, and we're going to swap gate Y to an AND gate. The option is C. That's the correct answer. Okay, 10.3 shows a different logic circuit. I mean, the examiner's testing on us on every single type of gate that they have got in the specification here. So we've got an AND gate, we've got a NOT gate, we've got an XOR gate, and we've got an OR gate. Okay, complete the truth table for the logic circuit in figure 6. So we've got some missing values just here in the bottom right hand corner. So we don't need to really worry about this section here. And we're looking for the values at F, G, H and Q. So we're looking at F, I'm just going to circle them, G, H and Q. So let's do F first. And I'm only going to go down here and look. So A and B at F, we've got 1 and 0. So F, because it's an AND gate, both need to be turned on to get an output of 1. So that's going to be a 0. We've got 1 and 0. That's going to be a 0. We've got 1 and 1. That's going to be a 1. And we've got 1 and 1. That's going to be a 1. Let's move on to G. This is a NOT gate, so it reverses the input at C. So we're only looking at C input, and we're looking at G as an output, and we'll look down here because this bit's filled in already. So we've got 0. That's going to be a 1. We've got a 1, that's going to be a 0. We've got a 0, that's going to be a 1. And we've got a 1, that's going to be a 0 because it reverses the flow. Next one, we've got H. So let's have a look at H. And inputting into H, we've got G and F. So we've got to get G and F right to be able to get H. So if we have a look at G and F inputs, we've got H is into an XOR gate, which is either 1 or 0 is turned on, and then anything else is turned off. So 1 or 0, F and G, that's going to be a 1. 0 and 0, that's going to be a 0. 1 and 1, that's going to be a 0. 1 and 0, that's going to be an on. That's the rules for an XOR gate. And then G and H feed into the OR gate. So G and H feed into this OR gate for the output of Q. Now an OR gate gives, if it's got a 1, 1, it's going to give me a 1. 0, 0 is a 0. 1, 0 is a 1. 0, 1. Either or both turned on. And we get a 1. We get 1 mark for each column. That's what I'm imagining. So, okay, 10.4. This figure shows a different logic circuit. Quite a few logic questions on this paper here. So we've got an AND gate, and we've got a NOT gate. This is always the first thing I do on logic circuits, so I know what I'm expecting. It says write a Boolean expression. This is relatively new to the spec. Boolean expression. Let me write down here. We've got a dot which represents an AND. We've got a plus which represents an OR gate. We've got a plus in a circle which represents an XOR, and we've got a line over which represents NOT. So the only ones we're going to be using is the line over and the dot, and we've got to have the inputs in here as well. So even if you just put in some random value with a dot and an over score, then you're going to pick up some marks or whatever because it's out of 2. But this is the method. So I've got A and B with a dot in the middle, and then all I'm going to do is just pop a NOT over, because NOT kind of controls what outputs anyway. So it's A and B, NOT, Q.